Come on, you guys ready for your next comedian? You probably see this guy at Ventura Comedy Club and at Rockwall Winery. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Justin Lockwood!
Keep it going for Paco. Come on, keep it up. Oh my God. I am excited to be here. God, I wish my mom and dad were here. They're busy pounding it out with Chelsea's mom, but no, they wanted to be here. They're very busy people. They're in their 70s, but they're still working. They're still doing what they love. Okay, it's growing and selling weed, but still, that's the truth. That's what my mom and dad do. I used to be embarrassed about it. Now I'm just proud of them. 70s and still selling weed. They've been selling weed since I was a baby. I know that for a fact. I know it because my birth certificate lists my weight in grams. It's true, my birth certificate is my 2 little footprints and my street value. In their defense, I was born at home like a lot of hippie kids. It was the only scale they had. They were just doing their best, working with what they had. My parents are real hippies. It was hard sometimes too. Like I don't think any kid likes being yelled at by their dad, but then when your dad also looks like a cross between like homeless Gandalf and the guy from the Zigzag Papers, like it is terrifying. They sent my brothers and I to Waldorf school. Anybody else go to Waldorf school? No, of course not, because it's not really a school. It's not. All right, I mean it is, but it's like the kind of school where like it's perfectly acceptable to answer a math question with interpretive dance. Like it's one of those schools, you know? Like, I mean, I can barely spell or do basic arithmetic, but oh my God, can I play the recorder? I mean, I own hot cross buns, okay? I own it. There's no place to talk about it on LinkedIn, but I have got it. I live in the Bay Area now with my son. But of course we live in the Bay Area, so I want to fit in, and I never ever refer to him as my son. I only refer to him as my startup. Yeah. 6 years. 6 years I am in this startup, still hasn't turned a profit. I am just dumping money into this thing, and so far the only thing it's developed is like an attitude problem. I started him with my now ex-co-founder. Yeah. You know, like a lot of startups, it was kind of an accident. You know, we were just working late one night, and all of a sudden we had what we thought at the time was like an amazing idea. And all of a sudden we're in the middle of an unprotected business meeting, and flash forward 9 months, we are at launch. Yeah, the plan at this point really is just to continue to grow him, and eventually try and take him public. I am just hoping and praying that maybe someday, like, somebody wants to acquire him. It's either that, or I change his name to Beta, I start over again. I'm like the Elon Musk of parenting. My son and I actually live in Berkeley, which is a strangely aggressive place. It's intense. My son goes to school in Berkeley. He plays on their basketball team, the Passive Aggressives. No, my son's name is Shiloh, which is a very straightforward name if you're a Jew. And some of the names of the kids in his class, though, are getting entirely out of hand. Like, a Berkeley school is the only place you'll hear an announcement that goes, "Yes, namaste. Please report to the principal's office. Namaste. Resist. Your mother is here to get you. Resist." I mean, there's a girl in my son's class whose name is just Shh. And she's awful. love being a dad. I really do. I love being a dad. I love watching my son learn about the world. I love watching him discover new things. Just last week, he came running into the living room, laughing hysterically and completely naked. Already a weird combo. Then he tells me that he's just discovered that the iPad cannot tell the difference between his finger and his penis. I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for that. Nor was I prepared for just how good he was at Angry Birds. I didn't think those birds could get angrier, but they can. I didn't think it was like a big deal either. Like, I really didn't. Like, I'm just that kind of dad. Like, so what? Like, who cares? So he's playing video games with his penis. It's just not a big deal. Then we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and they do not have a sense of humor at that place. They really don't. They don't have a sense of humor. They have a very strict you touch it with your penis, you buy it policy, though. So if anybody is looking for a 1986 Miss Pac-Man, I have got a deal for you. I have wiped it off and everything. It's fine. I dated for like a long time, off and on. It's hard to date as a single parent, but I recently met a woman, and we're very much in love. Thank you, nobody. Jesus. No, too late, woman in front. We're very much in love. We're going to move in together. It's nice. She's a wonderful woman. She's a veterinarian. She's great with my son. Really, no. I mean, like, once she was watching him, and he fell, and he scraped his knee like really badly. And when I got home, she had put one of those big cones around his neck. He loves it. He can hear things from miles away now. When he stands next to the TV, we get free HBO. Everyone was a winner on that one. She's wonderful. One of the things I really enjoy about her is that she's kinkier than me, which is fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes if I can't see her hands, I don't feel safe. But most of the time, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's really. Sometimes I put bubble wrap on the floor so she can't sneak up on me. But most of the time, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. This last Valentine's Day, she told me that I should go out and I should buy like a whole bunch of sex toys, like things that I've always wanted to try. And so later that night, like any repressed man, I sat down at the computer. I had several glasses of wine, and I logged on to Amazon. Because, yeah, like I said, as a boyfriend, I am down, but, as a Jew, I'm not paying retail. So, and this is why I will never, ever buy sex toys online again. I can't even buy like a pair of pants online that fit right, let alone anything having to do with this region. It's how I wound up with a cock ring the size of a hula hoop. I was feeling very confident that night. Reason number 2, I bought way too much stuff. Like, way too much stuff. Like I was opening a dungeon or something. I mean, the box that landed on my doorstep looked like it should have a refrigerator in it. It turns out, late at night, if the only thing between me and like a pair of nipple clamps is an add to cart button, they are going in. But the real reason, the main reason, is that ever since that night, the Amazon suggestion algorithm has been completely thrown off. It is for shit now. Because look, I am just a dad. The only things I'm buying on Amazon are for my kid. I am just buying like school supplies and board games. And now when I go back to Amazon, it just says, hello, Justin. We think you would really like this strap-on and Chutes and Ladders. Every time I go back to Amazon, I feel like it's bullying me into being kinkier than I really am. The only good part of the whole thing is that I feel like it's made me something of a celebrity at the Amazon shipping center. I like to think that now when I place an order, an alarm bell goes off somewhere and everybody from the different departments gathers around to see what kind of magical, mythical box they're going to put together for Justin that day. Everyone's just peering down at the order going, oh my God, what is this? Pedialyte, a butt plug, and Twister? Who is this man? I don't know if we should report him or hang out with him. You guys have been a lot of fun. Good night.
Just